We are in Lima. We're gonna be exploring the city. We're gonna be visiting some bookstores, doing a little bit of shopping, and yeah. guys, so we are back home and I wanted to share with you the books that I got on my trip to Peru. We had such an amazing time exploring the city, going to bookstores, having some coffee, and we just had an amazing time. But I wanted to record this video and show you the books that we picked up in Peru, which is quite a lot, surprisingly, because I only had carry-ons and backpacks, but anyway, and so I could not resist some of the books that I found in there. I found this new Gabriel García Marqués, Cien Años de Soledad, which is 100 Years of Solitude, and this is the illustrated edition. It comes, all the books that come wrapped like this. I mean, there is like a sample that you can look at in the store, but then when you buy it, they give you like the cover brand new book, which I really liked. So I wanted to show you the inside of this book. Now this is the Spanish edition, of course, and this is a book that I've been wanting to read, so I hope that this new beautiful edition is going to motivate me to actually finish this book. And let me just show you the beautiful cover. So pretty, right? And look at this. I really like the pages here with the illustrations, and it has like the raindrops are actually perforated in the page. Isn't that nice? Oh, I just love it. So pretty. And so it has quite a lot of different, and they all have that raindrop effect here, which I just love. I love it so much. And so yeah, so that is the first book that I got on the trip. It smells so good. Then I got some other different authors. I've been trying to read more Spanish books, and I got some classics, but also I wanted to try things that I haven't tried before, or different authors. So for example, this one right here is Walter Riso, and this is one that was recommended by my brother. This book follows this family that comes from Italy. They move to Argentina, and then I think they go to Barcelona, and you're following the perspective of the boy on his adjustments to new societies. I mean, I don't know much, but everything is related to like food or restaurant, or that vision that he has of like a family. I think his family owns a restaurant, but anyway, I'm excited to get this a go since my brother said it's a really good book. And also I found this book. Now this is, I believe, an English author, but I've never seen this book before, called El Hogar de las Niñas Indeseadas, basically the home of the unwanted girls. And I got it because on the back here it says, I'm gonna read it in English. It says, it means that Elodie, which is the name of the girl, she did have a mother in a moment, but not now. And sometimes she wonders about this person, about this mother who abandoned her. Where is she now? Why did she leave? And what does it mean to be born unseen? Why is it called the home of the unwanted girls? Tata said, it means the girls that are not loved. And I just like broke my heart, but I definitely wanted to know more about this. I'm sorry if you hear crazy jingle bells. My kitties are playing around me right now. The next couple books that I got are more like, I've been trying to read more also about Peruvian history or Peruvian authors. So this right here is by Fernando Iwasaki. It's the Brevetes de Historia Universal de Peru, which basically is short stories of the universal history of Peru. And the cover is just, again, so pretty. And so these are a compilation of short stories. And yeah, I thought it was very interesting. Again, I just took the plastic wrap and it smells so good. So this next one is Jose María Arguedas, Los Ríos Profundos. Now this is a beautiful story. I read this when I was in school, in high school. I barely remember it. I remember I loved it so much. So I definitely wanted to reread this, and I just can't wait for that. Then I have 3 books here, and I actually met the author of these books on a book fair, on the book fair that we went to, which was like literally a block away from our apartment. I was like, what? how is this possible? But anyway, so this lady, she writes about African Peruvian culture and their influence on society and on the Peruvian history as well. So then we have here 1819. So this year Peru is celebrating their 200 years of independence, which we call the bicentenary. And so on this book, she's kind of narrating how the African Peruvian culture helped on the independence. And so I thought it was really interesting, and it's like a short story compilations. It has a lot of like history pieces and a little bit more of like a research, and just look at that. Oh my gosh, so excited. And it was signed and dedicated to me, so thank you so much. And the author Zelmira Aguilar, which I'm gonna link down below, her Instagram page. The next one is Negra. Look at this gorgeous cover. So Negra was a slave and a religious person. They call religiosas to like the nuns in Peru. So she was a black nun and slave. And so again, I can't wait to learn about her story. Also slaves, but they were also like nuns. And so I don't know, I can't wait to give it a go and learn more about it. And then this one is more of like a novel, El Viaje. And so this one is about San Martin, which is the guy who proclaimed the independence of Peru, and then a romantic love story that he had with La Mulata. Like a romantic novel, they go onto this train and they're traveling through time. And then this one is more like a fiction, historical fiction. Anyway, I'm excited to give these 3 books a go, and she was so kind again to dedicate each one of the books to me, and so thank you so much. And then for more Peruvian history novels, this one right here is by Rafael Dumett, and this one is The Spy of the Inca. Now this book is a bit intimidating to me, because I was looking for a really good like Peruvian historical novel, and everybody recommended me this book. But this book is honestly a Bible. So it has about 950 pages. But anyway, I know I'm going to read these. It's going to take me probably some time, but it is so interesting. So it talks about the last Inca, which is Atahualpa. So in this book, Inca Atahualpa was captured, and then there is the mission to rescue him. And then inside you can see all, battles, and then the struggle for power, ambition. And I'm just so intrigued about it. You also have a lot of vision into how life used to be back when the Incas were ruling. And so yeah, excited for this one. I know it's going to take a while, but it says over here, if Peruvians were to read one novel published in the last 2 decades, it will be this one. So there it is. Oh, crazy cats. Oh my goodness. So the next book that I have here is by Mario Vargas Llosa, who is another very recognized Peruvian author. And so I asked my brother to recommend something from him, and he said you definitely have to read this book. This is the El Paraíso en la otra esquina, which is the paradise in the next corner. I don't know the actual American title or English title for the book, but I will link it below. And so this talks about the life of Flora, and it basically just goes around the different social classes and social equality happening in Peru on, I think it was the 19th century. And so yeah, can't wait to give it a go. And the other one that I got, this is one that I picked up at the fair, but it's called, let me just think, the plastic wrapper. It's La Cruz y la Espada, and this is by Elogió Ancona. And look at the beautiful cover. I just love it. So this book talks about the Inca culture on the 1500s, talks about their costumes, their traditions, and then how the Spanish came and conquered and everything that happened, and the wars and the battles and all of that. So again, interested to read and learn. I think I relate more with history when I read it through a novel. So I just can't wait for this one as well. And then the last two books that I picked up, I just picked up those books because they were so beautiful. This right here is by Emily Bronte, which is an American author. Cumbres Borrascosas, which is the Wuthering Heights. And I haven't read this book actually in English. I think I do have it in English as well, but I mainly got it because this cover is gorgeous. And look at the back, has the back of the chair that she's sitting on, and it is an illustrated cover. Look at this, I just love it. And yes, it is in Spanish, which is okay. This could be one of my Spanish reads for the month, even though I do prefer to read, if it's an English writer, I prefer to read it in English, and if it's a Spanish writer, I of course prefer to read it in Spanish. But we'll see. I just really wanted to have these in my collection because it's just stunning, gorgeous. And then the last book that I have is El Despertar de las Musas, which is the waking up of the muses. And so this book talks about amazing inspirational ladies. So over here on the dedication it says, for them, to all of those amazing rebels who open their way to us. And para ellas means for them, like on the female version. And so it talks about it's a little bit of a poetry, I think. For example, this one says El porqué de aprender lo aprendido, which basically means why we need to unlearn what we learn. Because sometimes growing up on a society that teaches you like that men are more and men are supposed to be the support of the house, sometimes you kind of have to unlearn what you were taught. At least for me growing up, that's kind of like it always was, like, oh, boys are supposed to go and play soccer or whatever, girls are supposed to be in the kitchen. That's kind of how we were raised a little bit, and it shouldn't be like that. It's not like that anymore, I don't think, these days, but back then it was. And so I definitely can see what she's trying to say. But what got me from this book was the amazing illustrations, and it does talk about inspirational ladies and their lives, and yeah, different poetry. And I just can't wait to get into this book. I think it's gonna be amazing. Look at that. But anyway, so that is the haul. Those are the books that I got in Peru. I hope that you guys enjoy this little mini vlog and vacation vlog slash book haul. And I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.
Ow.